shimmy, bop. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa bop. Shimmy, shimmy, bop.
Hello, I'm Mr. Eddie, President of America, and this is the Laidback Gourmet, where I take a look at any wacky foodstuffs that I just happen to come across. This week I'll be taking a look at 2 new flavors of M&Ms. For crying out loud! More new flavors of M&Ms? What does this make? Like a bajillion different flavors? Do you have enough variety yet? Look, for anyone that's been following my work for any length of time, know that I am no strangers to the confection known as M&Ms. And don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against M&Ms. In fact, I love M&Ms. They're one of my all-time favorite candies, probably in my top 3. But it just feels like there's a new flavor once a month. It's overkill. And to continue with the overkill, there's not 1 new flavor, not 2 new flavors, not 4 new flavors, but 3 new flavors to look at. Similar to the whole Lay's Do Us a Flavor gimmick, M&M's released 3 new flavors of M&M's and fans get to vote on their favorite. These new flavors are Honey Nut, Chili Nut, and Java Nut. Although, I couldn't find the last one to review. But seriously, no big loss there. I'd imagine what they did was they took their mocha M&M's and shoved a nut into one of them. Since I've already reviewed those, no big loss here. I'll link to the review later on. You should watch it. There's an Oompa Loompa in it. Long story. Just watch the video. So, today, I'll take a look at the 2 flavors I could find, Honey Nut and Chili Nut. Alright, so let's open them up and see what they look like. Alright, first off, I gotta give some bonus points to the color coding. I have to admit, it's a nice touch. The Honey Nut ones are yellow and gold, while the Chili Nuts are orange and red. It really is a nice touch. I mean, you immediately know which one's which simply by sight. I have to admit, that's a lot more effort than I would have thought they put into this bullshit. So pretty colors are nice enough. Hey, it's more than Batman vs. Superman gave us, but taste is what matters the most. Let's start with the Honey Nut first. It's the honey of a gem. It's a Honey Nut M&M.
Hey, watch your step, bitch.
Ah, shit, I shouldn't have done that. The Honey Nut Bee is crazy protective of his gimmick. You don't believe me? There used to be 4 Rice Krispie elves before they crossed the bee. Anyway, I digress. Let's try one of these Honey Nut M&Ms. Huh, that's not too bad. There's a strong enough honey flavor, and it does mix well enough with the chocolate. Me personally, I think vanilla complements honey better than chocolate does, but these are still pretty good. I think the idea is that you're supposed to take a honey roasted peanut and use that as the nut inside of the peanut M&M instead of a regular one, but I don't know. I get the feeling that the honey is coming more from the chocolate than the peanut. No, now that I think about it, I guess that really doesn't matter since the whole thing gets chewed up inside your mouth anyway. Overall, these are okay, but I don't really know if this is an improvement over regular peanut M&Ms. Next up is the Chili Nut M&Ms. I'm kind of looking forward to these because I've heard that chili and chocolate actually do tend to complement one another. I think it has something to do with how the capsaicin in the chili reacts to the cocoa, at least that's what some people say. I've never had it, so let's see if it's true. The heat kind of sneaks up on you with these. You don't get any effect at first, and then it catches you right in the back of the throat. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not crazy hot, but there's definitely heat here. Sadly, though, that's all there is. These taste just like regular M&Ms, except your mouth burns. What's the point? Don't I already feel bad enough for eating unhealthy junk food? Now I have to feel physical pain along with the emotional? What is it, Mars? You just want to hurt me? You're as sick as that Honey Nut Bee. All kidding aside, these are alright, but the heat really doesn't add anything to the party. I guess if you're a heat junkie, you might get a kick out of these, but other than that, it's just another addition that doesn't live up to the original product. Alright, so let's rate these 2. First, we'll look at the Honey Nut. The taste was alright, and while the addition of honey was interesting, adding a mellow sweetness, I'm probably not going to buy any more of these. They were nothing special. 3 out of 5. As for the wacky factor, Honey Nut is already a thing, so only a 3 for wackiness. Next up, Chili Nut. These delivered the slight fiery punch that it promised, but I can't say that the heat did anything to change the flavor of the regular M&Ms. So for taste, 3 out of 5. Pretty middle of the road, another one I don't think I'm going to be buying again anytime soon. However, for the wacky factor, since this does allow me to make a pun about hot chocolate, I think that's enough to buy a 4 out of 5. While neither of these 2 flavors were offensive or terrible or anything, they were just middle of the road, the definition of nothing special. And neither comes close to matching the already perfected achievement of candy-coated chocolate that is the peanut butter M&M. Nothing can ever reach the height of that chocolate. That is the summit of the mountain. Well, that concludes this episode of the Laidback Gourmet. Thanks as always for watching, and unless you want that Honey Nut mascot to go berserk, you'd better like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, remember this video was much like M&M's and was meant to be shared.
That cheap plug was shit, you shill.
Go suck some pollen, you yellow-striped tulip chaser. Until next time, I'm Mr. Eddie, President of America, and I'll have to go buy a can of bug spray.
Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa bop. Shimmy, shimmy, bop. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Shimmy, shimmy.
Who's there?
The taste of nuts and honey, Mr. Scrooge.
Ah, humbug. Have better things to do.
But Mr. Scrooge, honey nut Cheerios, it's the holidays.
My customary gruel will suffice, thank you.
Do I look like a bitch to you? Listen to me, you Bilbo Baggins-looking motherfucker. You'll either eat this bowl of honey and nuts, or else I'm gonna force-feed you your own nuts. Do you hear me, asshole?
Did you say nuts?
Yeah, that's right. Eat it if you know what's good for you.